Hey folks, welcome on to Wrestling Showdown here, of course, on the W3L network. Every Sunday, 12 o'clock, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified every Sunday when a new edition of Wrestling Showdown is released. And I mean, we've got live events on the horizon. They'll be on you before you know it. We've got 8 already announced. That's just the tip of W3L's 2020 iceberg. I'm going to be telling you where and when those events are later on, as well as our special guest for the first set of them. You don't want to miss this. But I want to start by saying a massive welcome back and a thank you to the amazing Crafty Connoisseur. And as you know, they sponsored every live W3L event in 2019 and they are back on board to the same at 2020. Yep, it's W3L and Team Crafty back together again. Thank you so much to them. We really couldn't do it without you. Contact details in the description box below. Get in touch with Team Crafty. Have a look at what they do. I'm sure something will excite you. Show them your support. Tell them we said hello. And don't forget, if you or somebody you know wants to sponsor a W3L event, be it one, be it the whole year, whatever, get in touch with us. Let us know. We are all over the place. We are travelling to newer places this year. You heard what Mike Musso said in his video just a few weeks ago here on the W3L network. Lots of new exciting things happening. Get in touch and you can help sponsor the Worldwide Wrestling League. Now, I mentioned we've got live events coming up, and I will guarantee that one of the championships will be up for grabs during those live events is the Breakout Championship, because this week here in Showdown we're going to have the finals of the tournament to determine the brand new Breakout Champion. Management handpicked 4 men. They maybe didn't quite go the way they intended to, thanks to Craig Stevens, but it's come down to 2 people. The aforementioned original Craig Stevens taking on Rhoderick Jones. One of these men is going to walk out as the brand new Breakout Champion. But who is it going to be? So the one way that we can find out, that's by going down to ringside for this week's match.
This is a contest, as you've heard, for the vacant W3L Breakout Championship. The belt held by our referee at the present moment will be awarded to the winner. Coming from the corner to my right, it's the original Craig Stevens. Opposing him from the corner to my left, it is Rhoderick Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with you on Wrestling Showdown, and the time has finally arrived. We are about to crown ourselves a brand new Breakout Champion. The 2 people we have opposing each other, that being the original Craig Stevens in the black trunks trimmed with the red tartan, and Rhoderick Jones in the black singlet. They have gone through the 4-man tournament. As Craig Stevens overpowering Jones right away. He's got the experience edge, he's certainly got the strength edge, and as Stevens has proved, he'll do anything to get his hands on that championship belt. Remember, management chose 4 people who they felt had a lot of potential. The Breakout Championship is designed for those who have never held a title of any kind here in the Worldwide Wrestling League, and Craig Stevens certainly fits in that category, as does Rhoderick Jones. But it was 4 younger members of the roster, 4 newer people that they originally picked. But of course, as you saw just a couple of weeks ago, it was supposed to be KJ Nitro against Darryl Costello, and Nitro got bounced into a wall by Craig Stevens, who takes down Rhoderick Jones right away, controlling that wrist. Nitro got around a wall and was unable to continue. Costello didn't want to take a bye, he wanted somebody to face him, and Craig Stevens kind of like goaded Costello and got his way in the match and overcame him in a tremendous contest, which again was happened a couple of weeks ago. So go back and watch that if you haven't already, and that allowed him entry at the finals here. And Rhoderick Jones, he overcame the menacing Tormentor, courtesy of a match held by our friends up at Fair City Wrestling. And so these 2 men have now reached the finals, and one of these men will walk out as the Breakout Champion. And of course, Craig Stevens Let's see. Oh, Rhoderick Jones rolls out. It looks like target might be acquired. He's got him in his sights. Oh, and takes the leg out of Craig Stevens. And there goes to his. Oh, that's a clever move by Rhoderick Jones. Turning the match in his favour. Craig Stevens suspended last year, battling for the heavyweight championship. And I think, as previously mentioned, it's his desperation as Jones held on. Now that was nice. Stevens had to take him down. Rhoderick Jones held onto the arm. Stevens got pulled over, and Jones still has a firm control. And the brightest prospects at the W3L Action Academy is Rhoderick Jones. Right, standing switch there. As Stevens ran right into him. Not an ounce of fat on the body of the original. And he works out constantly. Look at this, accelerating the pace. Jones barely got over him. Stevens with that waist lock. Jones trying to break it. Because when Stevens gets his hands on you, he can throw you. Arm drag by Rhoderick Jones. And back to the arm. Taking away one of Craig Stevens' weapons. It's not easy to pick you up when your arm's sore. Craig Stevens getting throws. So he's been feeling the frustration. He feels that maybe he's not lived up to the potential that he feels he has. Other people have said he has. And so wants to prove he can be a threat. Wants to prove that he can be a champion of some kind. And so he took the Breakout Championship opportunity. He attacked KG Nice Row and took his place. And so he might end up being Breakout Champion. I've seen him stay there all day long, but unfortunately we get counted out and Rhoderick Jones would win. Stevens maybe underestimated Rhoderick Jones. Jones only been wrestling for maybe a year or so, whereas Craig Stevens has been going since the middle of sort of 2014. So there's a big experience disparity. And Stevens has been wrestling all over the place. He recently trained there in England. He's always trying to go to different seminars and improve himself. Becoming leaner, stronger, more vicious. Over the years he started realising he can bend the rules, break them where necessary. Because as you know, he made most of a pair of concussions last year by running head first at the ring posts. We wouldn't put it past him to do the same thing to Rhoderick Jones. Just chokes him in the middle rope. So we've seen Rhoderick Jones. Oh, hang on, a cover here by Craig Stevens. We've only seen Jones a couple of times here on the W3L network. Of course, we saw him at Wrestling 13, where he competed to become the inaugural Breakout Champion. So things didn't go his way. And then he challenged for the Breakout Championship at the end of September last year. Didn't quite get his hand raised in that one. But the opportunity is possibly here this time as Stevens with a shoulder block. That's something Jones likes to do. And that's just Stevens trying to get under the skin, mocking him, saying, I'm going to use one of your moves against you. And Jones over him. Oh, sunset flip. And he's got good covers on the shoulders, but can't quite hold him down. And Jones again going back to the arm. Craig Stevens trying to control the head. And it's a proper tussle here. Both of them to fight to gain that advantage. This means so much to them because, oh, hold on. Stevens slight telegraph of that. Gets caught with the crucifix. Rhoderick Jones is not giving up, is he? He is firing back at every opportunity. And a forearm to the face. It's a big thing for both men. Because, again, neither have held the championship. Stevens has been in WTL for a while. He's had a few opportunities, but nothing's quite managed to stick for him as of yet, as we've already detailed. Oh, hang on. And he just launches Rhoderick Jones. And the crowd do not like that. Going for the cover here. Rhoderick Jones still quite new. And to raise a championship this early in his career would surely catapult him on to bigger and better things. He's got a ton of potential. He's constantly training at the W3L Action Academy. He's one of the standouts. Very hard working, very popular man. And he's certainly the favourite of a lot of the wrestlers backstage. He's certainly the favourite of most of the fans, I would say. And look, the strength of Craig Stevens. But he's still quite new. He's not been wrestling for very long, and it does make you think, as he gets dropped down, how do you overcome somebody like the original? As he puts a foot on, and what a cocky cover. We'll go for it again though. And yet again, Craig Stevens has always shown that he will go for pinfalls whenever he can. He's just arguing with the referee. It's a sign of Stevens. Sometimes you do get that frustration comes out. He takes his focus off the match, albeit briefly, shouts at the referee, maybe people at ringside, and that can give his opponent a good few moments to recover. Can Jones make the most of that? And it looks like he can. Slips out that vertical suplex attempt. Oh, hold on. Could be set up for the Sam Tan. He's won matches with that before. Stevens gets out of it. Gets caught in the corner with that clothesline. And Rhoderick Jones accelerating the pace somewhat. And stringing a bunch of moves together. Body slam. Now he goes for a cover, knowing the importance. He only nets him with 2. But knows the importance of trying to get that pinfall victory as soon as you can.
10 minutes gone.
You don't get judged on points. It's not like this match will go, say, 10 minutes and then it'll be the person that did the flashiest moves that gets awarded the victory by judges. It's by a pin, it's by a submission, even a DQ or a counter if it comes to that. Now if the Stevens go for the cover again, you need to beat your opponent to win the match and get the championship. And both men want it so badly. It's in the corner. You can see at the bottom left of your screen that green and gold belt, and it's there, tantalising both participants, tantalising Rhoderick Jones, tantalising the original Craig Stevens. It's within arm's reach, but they're not allowed it. Stevens in for a cover again. Every time he knocks him down, goes for a cover. And every time, Rhoderick Jones is kicking out. And it's to Jones' credit. He's taking a beating, but he's firing back and he will not quit. And he runs right through Craig Stevens. This is how much it means to Rhoderick Jones. I said before, target is acquired. And there it is, Stevens the earlier, now Jones does it. Reverse neck breaker. Covers him. But only a 2. And Rhoderick Jones has got the thing going his way. He's got this match in his favour. He needs to keep the assault up. As he indicating that was going to the top rope. It could be a mistake perhaps. He's given Stevens moments to recover, but if he lands something off the top, that could really swing the match in his favour. Jones was slow to climb. Hang on, Stevens up. And he kicks him in the face. He got his leg up pretty high, he booted him right in the face, and Rhoderick Jones falls to the apron. And Stevens, he could try and suplex him in the ring. Not quite able to do it yet. What an impressive piece of strength as Craig Stevens is about to win the... No! How did Rhoderick Jones get out of that? Craig Stevens standing in the middle rope picked up Rhoderick Jones on the apron and suplexed him into the ring. I don't think I've seen anything quite as impressive on Showdown in quite a while. Oh, and he boots the referee! Rhoderick Jones moved out the way, the ref is caught in between the turnbuckles and Craig Stevens' boot, and he goes down. And Rhoderick Jones goes down, taking that kick to the unmentionables. And Craig Stevens, what is he going for? He had the match his way, though again Rhoderick Jones has kicked out of every single thing that Craig Stevens has thrown at him. And Stevens, has he grabbed a chair? Craig Stevens must feel, he must feel that he needs that added advantage. He just low blowed Rhoderick Jones, the ref's down, the ref's unconscious. I suppose you can make the most of it as he smashes the chair across the back of Rhoderick Jones. You need that chiropractor in the morning. And so now Craig Stevens can do untold damage to Jones, just checking on the ref because he needs him away. No, he rolled on the floor. He's kicked the ref out the ring so he can do more damage to Rhoderick Jones. And this isn't just about winning the title anymore, it's about making a statement, about showing how dangerous he is. It's showing just how deadly he can be, how he should be a champion. as he smashes him. And look at this, it's Mike Musso, two arch rivals, and there's those knee lifts. Vintage Musso, as they say, as he smashes Craig Stevens with that third knee lift. And across the shoulders. Stevens has been in this position before. He's never liked it in the past. I don't think anything's about to change, because he gets hit with the blunt force trauma. And Craig Stevens is down. Mike Musso encouraging Rhoderick Jones, get up, he's telling him. Get back on Craig Stevens, you've got a match to win. Musso at the floor, checking on the referee. He got kicked right in the face. Maybe a dislocated jaw, or perhaps even a broken nose, I'm not sure. And he got knocked to the floor. Referee looks like a rubber leg streak. Musso's trying to tell him, get in the ring, there's a match to officiate. Both men are down. Referee's unsure what's going on. He's not seen any of this. He's applying the 10 count towards the ceiling board and the wrestlers, but he's applying the 10 count anyway. He didn't see the low blow, didn't see the chair usage, didn't see Musso interfering. Can only call what he sees. Both men are up. On Musso distracting Stevens. Their issues are not settled, and Jones has got him in his sights. Up across the shoulders, and lands the Sam Tan. He hits it. Referee goes in for the cover, and Rhoderick Jones is your new breakout champion.
Your winner, the new W3L Breakout Champion, Rhoderick Jones.
And ladies and gentlemen, history has been made. Rhoderick Jones has achieved what he thought was a pipe dream, as he and Musso dispatched Stevens from the ring. Finally, one of the hardest working men in W3L has been rewarded. He has overcome Craig Stevens' no easy task, and he is your new breakout champion, and he does it here this week on Wrestling Showdown.
What a popular and well-deserved victory for the fantastic Rhoderick Jones. No doubt only the first of the championships he'll be holding throughout his career. Well done to him. We're all so proud of him. And of course, I'm sure that, judging by what happened, we've not heard the last of Craig Stevens versus Mike Musso. They battled a lot last year and things look set to continue. Perhaps during our next swing of live events, which are coming up imminently. So let me tell you where and when you can see W3L live and in person. It all kicks off south of the border. It's Newcastle. That's where we start W3L's 2020 Adventures on February the 28th. Come out and see us down there. It's going to be amazing. We follow that up the next day by returning to Buckhaven, a place not been in a while. And then Linlithgow rounds out the first 3 dates of W3L's live adventures. On April the 4th, we return to the Carnegie Leisure Centre in Dunfermline, and then the following day we return to what is fast becoming one of our most popular and our favourite venues, that being the Mac Centre in Galashiels. Then April 17th is all about our biggest event of the year, certainly the first one anyway. It's Remedy, and this year it emanates from Edinburgh. It's one you do not want to miss. Our first major W3L event of 2020. Come out and see that one. The day after we return to Grangemouth, and then on the Sunday we're down in Stockton-on-Tees. So we're north and south of the border. One of these events must be within travelling distance of you. Come out and see us. Some big things planned. It's going to be amazing. Thank you, of course, go to Crafty Connoisseur, who, as you've heard, are now sponsoring every live W3L event in 2020, just like they did last year. So thank you to Team Crafty. And of course, if you are somebody you know who wants to sponsor a W3L event or two, get in touch, let us know, and we can make that happen for you. Now, I teased you and tantalised you with a special guest, and so I can tell you that in February, on the 28th and 29th, and on the 1st of March, for those 3 dates, we'll be joined by a former W3L Tag Team Champion and a true legend of British wrestling. Yeah, that's right, folks. The Wonder Kid Johnny Storm returns to W3L at the end of February. It's going to be amazing. He's going to be in Newcastle, he will be in Buckhaven, and he will be in Linlithgow. This is going to be great. Johnny Storm comes back. Last time he was here, He was within a hair's breadth of becoming the new heavyweight champion. Can he do it again? Anything is possible. It's going to be something spectacular. So come out and see the Wonder Kid. Of course, that is just for the first 3 dates, but we'll tell you more about the events in April a bit nearer the time. So if you want to get your hands on tickets, and by now, announcing Johnny Storm, of course you do. Head up our website, W3LWrestling.com. Sign up to the mailing list while you are there. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram, subscribe to this channel, assuming you haven't already. Of course, use that hashtag. Tell us what you want to see. Who do you think Johnny Storm should wrestle at these events? Who should Rhoderick Jones defend the Breakout Championship against? Who do you want to see at these events? Get in touch, let us know. We want to know what you want to see. We can give you more of what you like and less of what you dislike. Obviously, it doesn't apply to me. And then, of course, come back here in 7 days' time, because we have got not only an amazing match, like we always have an amazing match, we've got upcoming heavyweight championship encounter. If you watched Fight for Life, which we gave you for free on Boxing Day, then you'll know that Mr. Tim Strange won a 6-way contest to become the #1 contender to the heavyweight championship. Well, next week, he and the merchandise Mike Musso will sign the contract for that match. Shenanigans ahoy, I am sure it's two big personalities, anything can happen. The contract signing, plus there's a match as well. I'll not spoil that for you, but it'll be worth it. So come back, join us in 7 days' time right here on Wrestling Showdown.